G'day, I'm Graeme.
And I'm Shelley.
And we're farming sustainably in Reporoa. Shelley and I have been on this farm now for 4 years. We've found what works best for us, which is wintering on and trying not to buy in feed at all. We found that all of that comes at a cost, especially wintering off. We found that quite expensive, and the cows didn't always come home in the condition that you'd hoped, so we didn't really find that very cost effective. In keeping things simple, we'd rather focus on full trucks going out the gate rather than full ones coming in. You know, we try to grow all our own crops, winter crops and summer turnips and chicory and things like that, and grow as much as we can at home. We're not interested in super high production, because we've generally found that in our system that comes at a high cost and doesn't always return you a profit at the end of the day. In the system that we're running, we've found that being profitable the way we are has also turned out to be sustainable, which is a key interest to Shelley and I. Shelley's very good at budgeting and cash flow managing, and we can adjust things accordingly when things change. As the years have gone on since we've been here, we've planted a lot of trees around the farm for shelter. This last spring we planted approximately 250 natives along the side of the creek, and over the next 4 or 5 years we plan to continue that right the way up the farm, do a bit by bit each year. It enhances the farm, it looks good, and it's not expensive to do. We really enjoy the area, camping, water skiing and all the other activities that the surrounding area has to offer. So we feel that everything that we do on the farm is affecting what's happening downstream, so anything we can do to enhance it or improvement is a bonus as far as we're concerned. We started using fine particle application for our fertiliser and nitrogen applications a few years ago. We were able to reduce the amount of nitrogen that we put on by half, and at the same time getting the same amount of response, or double the response that we were before. The fine particle truck comes 4 or 5 times a year, and we are putting fertiliser on at the same time. We had an interest in using RPR fertiliser rather than superphosphate. The RPR doesn't destroy the biology of the soil where it lands, and so it also has a liming effect at the same time. We're trying to farm from the ground up, feeding the worms, if you like, and in doing that we've noticed that we don't have very much milk fever during the spring, and also retained cleanings. We don't have a lot of that either. So there is a benefit there for the animal health. Our stocking rate of 2.6 or 2.7 cows to the hectare works well for us here. It works in well with our wintering program. We're able to winter the cows at home and then carry those amount of cows right through the season. When Shelley and I bought the farm, we sold all of our cows from our share milking operation and all the cows on the equity partnership. We started out with mainly heifers and a few older cows. So now those heifers are in that sort of 4 to 5 year age bracket. Some of them are in the 6-year-old, so they're right in their peak of production now. They're not a very big cow, very crossbred. We're getting about 380 kilos of milk solids out of them per cow, and harvesting around 10.9 tonne of dry matter. So the cows are getting around 4 tonnes each of homegrown feed. They graze the paddocks down very evenly all the time, so it's telling us that that what they're getting is very palatable. We have done a lot of regrassing, but there's also still a lot of older pasture on the farm as well that the cows they don't selectively graze it. They eat the whole lot. This season we tried chicory for the first time as part of our summer cropping program in place of some turnips. This particular paddock in the autumn was sprayed out and direct drilled with oats and tama. The oats tama crop was grazed off through the winter, late autumn last year, and the tama came through the spring. That was taken off as a crop of silage. It was sprayed out. We direct drilled the chicory in October. We waited 6 or 8 weeks and it was ready for its first grazing, and we've had 5 or 6 subsequent grazings off it since then through the season. The cows have thoroughly enjoyed it. They've held production while they're on the chicory. This autumn we've direct drilled our permanent pasture back into this chicory crop, as it will phase out next year. This whole process has been done with no cultivation, just drilling. We've used effluent on all of our crops where possible ever since we very first owned the farm. We find that works well. It really gets them going, and it's a great way of using effluent and minimising the bought-in fertiliser. You know, we're lifting production, becoming sustainable. We found the whole project has been very interesting for us because it's showing us that what we're doing is environmentally sound, and it's also profitable. So putting the two together and seeing it on paper it's been very rewarding for us. It's great for the whole industry because it produces positive outcome all around for everyone involved, and we've just been really happy to be part of the whole thing.